Hi everyone, Linda Heldman here for Canadian Beats. I have with me on the phone today Malcom Owen-Flood, who is the lead guitarist for Band of Rascals. Welcome, Malcolm.
Hello, thanks for
Hi.
having me.
So, I do have to say we're on a 3-hour time difference. You are in beautiful BC, and it's still morning for you there.
Yes, it is. It's not too early for us though, but it's nice out and it's the first day of tour, so here we go.
Oh, you're on your first day of tour.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
awesome.
leaving today.
Great.
This is departure day, so
Awesome. Awesome.
after the
Uh,
phone call.
we'll talk a bit about the tour shortly, but primarily let's get started. For anyone who hasn't heard of you, tell us a little bit about Band of Rascals and a bit of your history.
All right. Well, first off, we're a rock and roll band. That's kind of first and foremost the important part, I think. We play rock music. We're a heavy touring band, so we play a lot of shows a year. And we started, I guess that was back in 2013, and we released an album, toured that around, and then we went into the studio just last November to record our follow-up with a producer named Eric Ratz, which we are about to release on the 13th of this month, and that is why we're hitting the road to support that album.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The new album is called Tempest,
Correct.
and I've had a listen to it, and I love it.
Oh, awesome.
It grabs you. The first single off their Holler, it catches you.
Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. It was a relief getting it out there because we finished recording it in, like, it was all mastered by February.
Mm-hmm.
So they always say that there's going to be like a 3-month delay before it actually gets out there, but this was a lot longer. So it's nice that it's getting out there and it's being well received.
Great. Yeah, it was around end of August that it was released, right?
Yeah, for Holler, yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great, great. And that's at radio as well.
Yes. Yes, it
Perfect.
is.
And it seems to be getting a buzz. The whole album is getting a buzz. You guys are creating a buzz, which is so great to hear about a Canadian band.
That's the plan.
Because that's what we're all about here at Canadian Beats. We love our Canadian artists, no matter what the genre.
Okay.
So, Tempest was recorded. We have to talk a little bit about where it was recorded. A place called the Warehouse, which has a lot of really interesting history, the building itself. And they are a class act studio where it seems everybody and anybody in the Canadian music scene has recorded there. It's very impressive. How was that whole experience for you?
It was amazing. Yeah, it's kind of like a fortress in the downtown of Vancouver. It's kind of hidden away, and you get in there, and it's just kind of hard to believe because it's massive. The gear they have is just incredible. Um, the quality of the facility and the staff is just kind of hard to believe almost. And yeah, we're all so into music. Like I record music. That's what if I'm not playing music, I'm recording music. So going there was just like an extra treat for me. I was just as happy as could be there.
There's something about being inside a recording studio, whether it's the smallest one or the one that's got the biggest uh, panel and buttons and knobs and all sorts of cool stuff like that. There's just an excitement about going in, and it's a very creative atmosphere, and you walk into a studio and you get that buzz.
Yes, absolutely. I would say like especially so at this one. We had a great assistant engineer, Zach, who works at the warehouse, and he told us all sorts of stories about working with AC/DC and Aerosmith and stuff like that. Just like kind of he couldn't believe that we were sitting in the same place that some of like our favorite albums have been made,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that really was inspiring.
Mm-hmm. And Eric Ratz, we should mention, anyone who doesn't know who he is, he's produced for Billy Talent, Monster Truck, and Canadian Beats favorites, the Arkells. We love those guys.
Everybody loves those guys; they're the best.
They are. They are. Um, so, this album, how does it compare to your first one that you did a few years ago?
It's definitely different. Like it's still rock at its core, but it's not as, like, I think our first album came out pretty blues rock, which is neither bad nor good. It's just what we were writing at that time. I think we've kind of since though matured our songwriting and musical kind of taste as a band quite a bit. So it's a lot deeper and kind of heavier in some spots, but just kind of more, I think, deep, meaningful, and impacting as a whole. They're just more. We just put more into the songs, I think, and it shows.
There is really only one song on this EP that's a ballad of sorts.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You had to get that in
there. Of course. You got to have at least one slow song that, hopefully the guys will dance with the girls when you're out at a show. Hopefully, you got to get one dance out of them. Everything else on there, it very driving. That's the word I think I will use, is driving. It just, for me, I could see myself sitting in the car, driving to somewhere and speeding because the music's driving my foot pedal a little too fast.
That actually came up while we were recording one of the songs. It was like described as that. That's quite awesome.
That's funny that I mentioned that and you say it came up.
It's working. That's all.
Good. So the songs on this were all a band collaboration on writing?
Yeah. I'd say with the exception of the ballad Fell Into the Love of You, which we did have some input, but it was quite minimal. We kind of let Sam, our singer, mature that one on his own. We just made a point of really telling him that we loved it and that it was important to us that it made the album. And then he just kind of took it home and worked on it, and then brought it back, and we went into the studio and did a little, but it was pretty much there.
Okay. Do you have a particular favorite song on this album?
For me, it would be, I meant to say Holler, but it would be the song called Altitude.
Okay.
I had to kind of champion that one. It was on the chopping block for the list of songs I was going to get on the album, but I knew it was meant to be on there.
Any particular reason other than you knew it had to be on there? Is there a specific guitar riff that you just love playing on it, or?
Well, I love the intro riff, but I just knew that it was the kind of song we kind of finished writing it very close to the recording of the album. It was kind of up to the deadline, and I just knew that the vision in my head versus how we were managing to pull it off, having just written it, I knew what it could be and would be if we actually went for it, and it turned out exactly as I wanted. So I'm happy I took that plunge.
Good. Okay, well, we had talked about tour at the beginning. You said you're on your first day to travel. Now, my only complaint is it's only Western Canada at this point.
At this point, yes.
So you're going to be in BC and Alberta and Saskatchewan. I don't see any Manitoba dates. Do you get that far east?
Not this one. We went to Manitoba on the last trip. I wish we were making it on this one, but I guess that'll be next time.
Okay.
Where are you located, Linda?
I am in Sudbury, Ontario.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, yes, there's news coming.
Good. I like that. Actually, I was speaking with Sophie at Strut this morning, and I said, they haven't been to Ontario that I can see since the Junos.
We did one trip after that. We went to Toronto for a quick little showcase. It was kind of a private industry showcase thing.
Okay.
That wasn't really advertised.
Okay.
But yeah, so it'll be nice to be back out there and actually doing some touring.
Do you find the fans different from east to west?
Yeah. I think it's not necessarily just east to west. I think it's just town to town. Different cities have different degrees of kind of culture in the arts. And some places don't really have it or are working on it, and then some places are just thriving. Like Toronto is a very thriving musical city, I think. And then some of the small little places that are kind of off the beaten path, some of those are just people can't wait for the band to come to town, and they're awesome. So yeah, it's very specific to location, I think.
a lot of the smaller communities, especially, are starved for live music. So Sudbury, I can't say is one of those. We do get a lot of good live music, local and tours that pass through. I mean, to go out west, you have to drive right through Sudbury, so you might as well do a show.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's coming, but probably
I'm not going to give any
2018
dates
at
because
some
I haven't
point.
been told them.
Okay. Well, we need to work on that. And definitely, I will do my best to come out and catch you guys if you are within reasonable driving distance of Sudbury. That's Toronto, Ottawa, something like that. So it's all good. It's all good. Alrighty. So anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
So we touched on the tour. We touched on the album. I guess we've got it's nothing big, but we got a music video coming out. There's not an exact date kind of pinned on that, but we're just going through the edits right now for Holler. So there's just more content coming for our single ahead of the EP release.
That's great. Okay, so Friday the 13th, October the 13th, is when Tempest will be released, and that's tomorrow. Wow. Okay, I just realized that's. No, wait a minute. That's next Friday.
No,
Sorry, I'm a week off here. Next Friday.
I'm not ready.
Next Friday. Okay. September was a blur for me. October is just continuing. So yeah, I'm a bit of a blur. Sorry about that. Yes, next Friday it comes out. So yes. Best of luck with it. Safe travels on the tour, and I look forward to connecting with you guys when you either pass through Sudbury or come somewhere close.
I'm sure we'll be close. We're planning on doing 2 weeks out there, so we got to come somewhere close in 2 weeks.
That's great. Thank you so much, Malcom. My
pleasure.
We've been speaking with Malcom Owen-Flood from Band of Rascals. Check them out. And I am Linda Heldman for Canadian Beats.